see the Vanderbilt Commodores taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Commodores will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Alabama's offense will get the first crack at it here. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Sticks it in his belly. Breaks into the open. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The run from the shotgun.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the...
Touchdown, Alabama! First points of the day are on the board.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Vanderbilt's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds a soft spot in the middle. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw was really going to help out your team.
Back to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Commodores moving quickly to the line. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Armour. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going to head out the lineup for a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Getting the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive. You want to get touchdowns. You don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this. Well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on fourth down and goal.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starts the drive trying to go up top. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism, when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball on the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Commodores will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the third down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception. But there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time. Turning it on! He stopped short, and it's 4th down. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, still going. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown time!
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Louisiana Tech. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Armour.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to fire. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the Commodores decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Nice move there. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Wants to go up top. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Shakes off the defender. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move. Makes a connection. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Leaves it with the back. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. The give. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on 2nd down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll leave it with him. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Commodores line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and look for room. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Using the quick game. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
All right, well, the quarterback showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
Splits the uprights right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the returner will be knocked down. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to wait. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Armour. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Grab near the marker. It's Armour. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They'll go to the ground. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up?
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, they're trailing by a lot of points right now, and the problem is there's usually only one way to get back into it, and that means throwing the ball, and the defense knows it. And that's why they're pinning their ears back. They're dialing up blitzes. Guys are just rushing upfield, and they're finding it easier to get to the quarterback. They've got a few sacks already in this game. It's going to be even easier at this point because this offense has just dug themselves into such a big hole.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. They're going to ride this running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Pulls and fired complete. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the gun to give to the back.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chain. Got it set up on the outside. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Trying to get it to the marker. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And this is a situation here in the 3rd quarter. This offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Opening snap in this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll try the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Making side adjustments here. From the gun on 3rd down. Right on the money. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the 1st down yardage. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. Breaks into the open. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got his man across the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Nice move there. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in an elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Give to the back. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the fourth quarter. Let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. The Commodores will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the grab close to the logo. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll leave it with the lone back. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? Big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to... You the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Working that left side now. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this year. They're still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Snap in the shotgun. He wants it all. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot.
Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, the inside give. And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see, the Groupers taking on last year's national champion, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Groupers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So North Carolina's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive plays, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
Man, let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got. And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is
going to throw it over the top of the knee. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. He'll work his way down to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run.
welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Wants to fire on second down. Got out of trouble and throws. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
And the missed connection on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And that's the money down, man. Fourth down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
He'll keep it himself. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, North Carolina! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. The Groupers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well, you better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The option look. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Rushes on him.
It's a little close, a little too close for comfort, but I tell you what, the quarterback's got to be aware, right? When they're taking shots or they're throwing the football close to their own end zone, got to know where they're at so they don't give up the safety. Good job by the quarterback. I'd like him to get rid of the football next time, but at least he didn't take the safety.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Makes it past the marker. Wide open space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Groupers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside. Defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside. inside the red zone at the 18. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Makes the grab. Touchdown, UNC! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Leaves it with the back. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And the Groupers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Under fire. Hit as he throws. That's caught. It's Chandler. Pulled down for the tackle. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The Groupers send out the punt unit. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Pulls it in. It's Smith. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, looking to pass. He'll pull it down. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Smith. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Got it in the middle. It's White. At the 35, he's open. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, North Carolina. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
He'll bring it back from injury, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Fired in there, but incomplete. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Burt. Pressure coming. And he's snowed under.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Parrish. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Burt. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Tar Heels want to move quickly. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's White. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Across the 35. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Oh, he wants it all. Caught at the 25. Touchdown, Tar Heel. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. From Inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll go back to work on offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Now on the option. Plows through the defense. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. The groupers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, groupers.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Burt. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. With the catch, it's White. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Tar Heels are on the move. The give to the tailback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Smith takes the handoff. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass, it's Burt. Looking to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Motion from the back. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Let's it fly. Touchdown, UNC! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Ball is out behind the line. Defense trying to take it back. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you could tell DBs, linebackers, not.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Coming out with it, it's Jeffrey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. First play of the drive wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Groupers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Back to the ground with the running back. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. The Groupers will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The give is to Smith. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They knock him him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the back on the option to give. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. And the Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Puts it out of the air. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Tar Heels are rolling down the field. The give to the back. Sweet cut there. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Running back searching for a hole. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Give to the big fullback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UNC!
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for space. It's Craig. Just ran over it. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the groupers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll run the sneak for it. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. They bring the punter onto the field now. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. He leaves it with his back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll pull it on the read. That's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll move the tight end. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
I know a lot of people were thinking there was a chance this defense could contain one of the best running backs in all of college football. I don't know if anybody thought they would dominate him and completely shut him down.